The developers of Shiba Inu have recently released a significant announcement, and the implications are not yet fully understood. However, the figures are accumulating. Saudi Arabia, BlackRock, and technology have all made significant announcements. Shiba Inu is situated directly in the center of the situation. The developer crew is calling us out. An audacious price forecast. Additionally, a price target that has the potential to significantly disrupt the market. Is this the moment we have been anticipating? Well, allow me to elaborate. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more Shib news, be sure to click the like button. The cryptocurrency market remains in a state of complete chaos. Prices are increasing swiftly. Charts radiate a radiant green hue. Additionally, it appears that no one is applying the brakes. A significant number of individuals are currently observing from the margins, anticipating a correction, some form of retreat, because of the rapidity with which everything has been increasing. Additionally, acquire this. Bitcoin has recently breached the $118,000 threshold once more. However, despite this, the market is not experiencing a decline. If anything, it is accelerating. In the midst of this chaos, a significant event occurred with Shiba Inu. The Shiba Inu has been silently maintaining its position amidst the commotion in the crypto sector. In fact, it is demonstrating significant vigor as a significant reset appears to be taking place across the board. We are discussing Binance, the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the globe. Although the aggregate trading volume for Shiba Inu experienced a minor decline of 20%, the narrative on Binance is entirely distinct. Trading on Binance is rapidly intensifying. Recently, we observed a combined total of over $97 million in trading activity for the two most commonly traded Shiba Inu trading pairs on the platform. This amounts to the exchange of more than 6.2 billion Shiba Inu. That volume is out of control. It is evident that there is genuine demand for the token. Additionally, individuals are not merely maintaining their position. They are currently engaged in commerce. And this is truly a significant issue. Shiba Inu is currently outperforming its competitors, distinguishing itself in a marketplace that is overrun with caricature currencies and marketing tokens. Even more remarkable is the fact that it is accomplishing this on a site as vast as Binance. This type of focus and activity is of paramount importance to Shiba Inu. It is no longer solely about memes or society at this juncture. The objective is to demonstrate that Shiba Inu belonged in the major divisions. A high transaction volume indicates that the token is being observed by a greater number of individuals, which in turn increases liquidity and the potential for future development. It is a clear indication that Shiba Inu is not at risk of dispersal. In reality, it may be in the process of commencing. However, what is the reason for the excessive excitement? What is the situation? Indeed, there is considerably more transpiring behind the curtain than merely price graphs and trading volumes. Trump's most recent tour to Saudi Arabia is currently one of the most significant topics. Surprisingly, the Shiba Inu development team is also paying close heed. Lucy, a critical member of the Shiba Inu crew, expressed some ideas that have prompted individuals to contemplate. She essentially stated that the current situation between the United States and Saudi Arabia is not merely political, it is historic. She observed that we are observing a significant amount of capital. Consider the fact that major actors such as BlackRock are beginning to connect with cutting-edge innovation, AI, and advanced technology. These are not inconsequential actions. This is the type of material that will influence the upcoming decade. She articulated her point quite clearly. The significance of this event will not be completely appreciated by the majority of individuals until it has already transpired. Upon realizing the rapidity with which countries such as the UAE and Saudi Arabia are constructing and integrating new technology, it all becomes apparent. In the interim, she criticized Europe, asserting that they are lagging and should prioritize economic advancement. Now, let us establish a connection between the points. What is the significance of any of this in the context of cryptocurrency? Additionally, what is the significance of this for Shiba Inu? So, here's the deal. Coins are no longer the sole focus of cryptography. It is becoming an integral component of global strategy. When countries and megacorporations begin to invest in technology, innovation, and digital infrastructure, blockchain is inadvertently included. It encompasses cryptography. This is particularly significant for a project such as Shiba Inu, which is in a state of perpetual evolution, with its own blockchain environment and real-world applications. The crypto initiatives associated with this vision may prosper if potent regions such as Saudi Arabia are embracing creativity and wealth as a means of progressing in this direction. That may be precisely the reason the Shiba Inu staff is paying heed. They are not merely monitoring markets. Where the potential is being constructed, they are observing. Additionally, it is important to acknowledge the UAE's recent partnership with Shiba Inu. Therefore, it appears that it is no longer mere marketing. Rather, it is a strategic approach. However, as Lucy stated, the majority of individuals will not truly comprehend the magnitude of this situation until it has already transpired. As a result, the global community is currently in a state of agitation. Individuals are experiencing the traditional crypto FOMO sensation. Everyone is endeavoring to interpret the signs, anticipate the future, and ascertain the direction of this situation before it is too late. And of course, the outlandish price predictions begin to soar once again when that sort of energy strikes the space. Shiba Inu enthusiasts are once again discussing the possibility of the breed reaching $1.01 or 10 cents. However, this time, in comparison to the others, one number continues to appear more frequently. 1/10 of a cent. %. That is the prediction that has caused such a stir. Certainly, there are still a significant number of skeptics who are rolling their eyes. Predictions of this nature have been made previously. It is no longer merely a matter of naive hope. A genuine dialogue is commencing. Consequently, what is the precise nature of that reasoning? What is the reason for the increasing acceptance of the possibility that this price may be achievable at this time? Bitcoin has recently exceeded the $118,000 threshold, which is a significant milestone. It resulted in a staggering $2.4 trillion increase in its market value. And that alters everything. This is one of the most significant arguments that skeptics have presented in opposition to Shiba Inu's $100,000 fantasy. The market capitalization of Shiba Inu would surpass that of Bitcoin if it were to ever achieve that price. Furthermore, this is simply impossible. In the past, when Bitcoin's market capitalization was lower, this may have appeared plausible. However, at this time, not so quickly. We should deconstruct it. At present, the market capitalization of Shiba Inu is just under $10 billion. On the other hand, Bitcoin is currently valued at $2.4 trillion and is increasing. Consequently, what would transpire if the Shiba Inu were to achieve that elusive threshold, 1/10 of a cent? Shiba Inu would be valued at approximately $589 billion if it were to achieve that stage with its current supply. That is an enormous increase, more than 70 occasions the current level. However, this is the critical point. Despite that significant increase, the market capitalization of Shiba Inu would still be insignificant in comparison to that of Bitcoin, not even half. In reality, Bitcoin would remain more than 3 times its current magnitude. Therefore, what is the takeaway from this? The price of 1/10 of a cent is no longer as absurd as it once was. Shiba Inu may potentially reach that price and remain comfortably positioned behind Bitcoin in terms of dominance, although this is not financial advice. It would not be necessary for it to become the most popular cryptocurrency in order to achieve this. Naturally, there is a caveat. The cryptocurrency markets do not operate in a vacuum. If the Shiba Inu's value increases at such a rate, it is likely that Bitcoin will not remain stagnant. It is probable that it will also increase, albeit at a reduced rate. This could imply that the distance between the two remains or even widens. However, the situation becomes more complex when individuals begin to propose even higher targets, such as a half cent or a full cent. Shiba Inu would be valued at over $3 trillion at a price of half a cent. And at 1 penny, we are discussing an amount exceeding $6 trillion. On that scale, Shiba Inu would surpass Bitcoin's current valuation. And this is the point at which the situation becomes increasingly preposterous. At least in light of the present market and supply conditions. Unless Bitcoin experiences an additional significant increase in value, such as a threefold or greater increase, the ultra-high price targets for Shiba Inu begin to exceed the realm of possibility. However, the conclusion is as follows. Hitting a tenth of a cent, that is no longer a mere fantasy. The mathematics is indeed functional. And in a marketplace that is perpetually changing, with significant changes occurring globally, that diminutive figure abruptly appears to be not so distant. However, the actual process of achieving the tenth of a cent objective is not solely reliant on market capitalizations and numbers. It is also about the individuals who are responsible for the endeavor. Lucy communicated this to the community in a forceful manner. She called on Shiba Inu owners directly saying, "We require honest Shiba Inu owners to be louder. I would appreciate it if a greater number of them would contribute. There are 1.5 million owners in addition to all the exchanges. Please, speak up." In all honesty, she is correct. As the market became more tranquil and the hoopla dissipated, a significant portion of the Shiba Inu army lost its fervor. The exact same society that once propelled the Shiba Inu into the public eye and caused it to go viral has since become silent. However, the energy, the posts, the parodies, and the grassroots support are what initially established this movement. I believe that it is now more important than ever to revive it. Lucy did not conclude her journey at that point. Additionally, she stated an additional point that effectively connects all of the topics we have discussed. She stated that the number of tokens will decrease and the number of genuine dApps and possibilities for holders will increase when honest and capable creators come together. Additionally, this is exceedingly potent. It implies that Shiba Inu is not merely attempting to become another meme token on a lengthy list. It is striving to provide genuine utility, genuine development, and genuine value to those who support it. And when you consider the global context, such as the burgeoning innovation in Saudi Arabia and the significant investment in technology and cryptocurrency, it becomes more comprehensible. It is not solely about increasing the volume of one's social media posts. Standing behind an initiative that is genuinely constructing something is the objective. A reduction in the number of tokens that are unnecessary. Additional genuine tools, applications, and systems that have the potential to revolutionize the way individuals interact with cryptocurrency. This is the method by which Shiba Inu advances to the next level. Not merely through publicity, but also through genuine progress, unity, and action. However, what is your perspective on this matter? Comment in the space provided below. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it, and subscribe to the channel.